What's going on, vinyl community? Welcome to another video with the Record Spinner. In today's video, I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the Aerosmith Greatest Hits 4 LP box sets. This year, 2023, is quite a big year for Aerosmith since they are celebrating 50 years together. They're embarking on their farewell tour, and they decided to capitalize on all of this with the release of a new Greatest Hits package. Now, this is not just another dime a dozen Aerosmith compilation that's been pressed onto vinyl, because theoretically, there have only been 2 Aerosmith compilations pressed on vinyl. There's the original 1980s Greatest Hits that came out back then. Then there is also the 1988 compilation Gems, which brings together some of the more deeper cuts, and that one is my personal favorite Aerosmith compilation. Kind of wish they would reissue that. And now we have this. Now, this has been released in a number of different configurations. There's a single LP, double LP, there's also Target and Walmart exclusives. There's, of course, this 4LP box that I'll be showing you guys. And there's also a colored variant of this box that is exclusive to the Aerosmith web store. And given that Aerosmith is a band that I really do love and admire, ever since I was a kid, I figured I would get in the spirit of their 50th birthday and get my hands on this box set and show it off for you guys. So right off the bat, here is a close-up of the hype sticker here, which does states, for the first time ever, the ultimate Greatest Hits, 44 tracks spanning 50 years of Aerosmith, featuring Dream On, Walk This Way, Sweet Emotion, Crazy, Crying, I Don't Want to Miss a Thing, and many more. Deluxe edition, 4 LPs in 180-gram audiophile vinyl. I think they meant on instead of in. But anyways, enough of the nitpicking. Let's get the shrink wrap off this bad boy and showcase it. I am very excited to see what entails with this box set. Now, I will say compilations can never be perfect, and as I go through each of the LPs in this set, we'll break down the track list and just talk about the stuff that makes sense that appears on there, but also some of the other interesting choices that are on here, as well as glaring omissions as well, because there are some not notable ones, but there's some stuff I'm just kind of like, okay, they left that out. Interesting. But anyways, so the box itself has a nice matte finish, and there's a bit of spot varnishing with the Aerosmith logo there with all of the wings. This is kind of the more up-to-date logo. Personally, I like the sort of late 70s going into the 80s logo, which I believe it's showcased here in this set. But there is the up-to-date logo. Here is the spine of the box as well. And then here is the back with the track list of all the LPs together. And also, interestingly enough, just to point it out, I noticed this when I first got it. They are no longer on their longtime home of Columbia Records. Now they're a part of Capitol Records, which is owned by Universal. So Aerosmith have completely kind of jumped the gun in terms of joining Universal's roster of artists. But also maybe a release like this kind of makes sense because they've been repressing up the catalog onto vinyl, and there's also some new CD editions. So they figured they might as well get a compilation out as well, just to kind of capitalize on everything. But this is a hard slipcase type box, and all of the contents are featured inside here. So let's see what is first. So actually, you know what? Let's tackle the booklet that is featured in this set. So we have a cool old shot of the Bad Boys from Boston with an earlier rendering of the Aerosmith logo. Same one that kind of appears on my Toys in the Attic shirt. And we are treated to some very cool old shots of the band from the 70s. These are absolutely awesome. Cool stadium shot there as well. Really good stuff. Then we go into the 80s. Of course, no mention of Jimmy Crespo and Rick Dufay. If you know, you know. And then we have some more up-to-date live shots here. That's a cool one. This shot here, the shot taken from behind them with the stage floor with their logo, that's really cool. And here we have all the tracks featured on this set, along with various bits of credits and who did what, various bits of special thanks and whatnot. There's an up-to-date photo as well of them. Same with the back cover. So overall, nice little booklet, more photogenic than perhaps text in terms of the backstory behind the band and everything, but something nice that you can kind of flip through as you listen to the greatest hits of Aerosmith. So moving on to the first LP. Features a cool early shot of the band with the Get Your Wings logo here. And here is the track list of the first LP. So let's break this down. So side 1, we have Mama Kin, Dream On, Lord of the Thighs, Same Old Song and Dance single version, Train Kept a Rollin', SOS, Too Bad, Seasons of Wither, Walk This Way, Big 10-inch Record, Adam's Apple, Sweet Emotion, Toys in the Attic. So right off the bat, I mean, you have the obvious cut. So, of course, you're going to have Dream On, Same Old Song and Dance, Walk This Way, Sweet Emotion, but also some very interesting choices for deep cuts as well. I mean, it's great to see Lord of the Thighs on here. It's a killer track. Same with SOS. I feel like that's one that only true diehards can truly appreciate. Of course, Train Kept a Rollin' is a staple early Aerosmith tune. Big 10-inch Record, it's a cover. Nah, it's okay, but Seasons of Wither is also another phenomenal track. Also, I feel like that's low-key annoying that Train Kept a Rollin' doesn't segue into Seasons of Wither just like it does on the Get Your Wings album, but I digress. But overall, I mean, it's a very interesting song selection to be deemed a greatest hits, so... But it's all cool, though. Oh, nice. So each LP comes in a polyline sleeve, which is good. I like that. And here are the LPs. So, of course, the center label for this one contains, once again, the Get Your Wings logo, which is very nice. And looking in the dad wax, this was pressed at GZ Vinyl in the Czech Republic. And because of that, there is no indicator as to who did the mastering. They do a lot of in-house mastering using specific engineers that are exclusive to them. But I would suspect that all the tracks in this set have been digitally remastered specifically for this release. I'll have to dig into the booklet liner notes to find that out. So anyways, now we move on to the second LP. So here we have like a sort of late 80s era photo with another variation of the Aerosmith logo. It's the exact one that appears on my shirt. And here is the track list for that. So, side 3 on LP2, we have Back in the Saddle, Last Child, Combination, Nobody's Fault, Home Tonight, Bright Light Fright. Then side 4, we have Draw the Line, Kings and Queens single version, Let the Music Do the Talking, Walk This Way with Run DMC, and Hangman Jury. So right off the bat, Back in the Saddle and Last Child. Great. Combination, extreme deep cut, but cool that it's there. Same with Nobody's Fault. Home Tonight, interesting. I don't know if I would consider that a greatest hits. Cool track, though, but still. Bright Light Fright, great deep cut. Cool to see that there. Draw the Line, of course. Kings and Queens single version, I would have preferred the full length, seriously. And then we got Let the Music Do the Talking from Done with Mirrors, which Joe Perry originally did on his first Joe Perry Project album. Of course, Walk This Way with Run DMC, Hangman Jury from Permanent Vacation. Not quite sure why they glanced over Night in the Ruts and Rockin' a Hard Place. They could have included No Surprise. They could have used Jailbait or Lightning Strikes. I don't know. They just seem to kind of glance over that, that's a shame because there's some good tracks on those two albums that were overlooked on this comp. And once again, just like the logo appears on the cover, there's the logo there as it appears. Going for a very sort of red and black kind of color scheme with this particular compilation, along with many of the gradients as well. And then moving onward, we have the third LP. This looks to be more like an early 2000s kind of photo. And then there's for me, that's my favorite Aerosmith logo. I mean, that's the one I just always associate the band with. And here is the third LP track list. So, side 5, we have Dude Looks Like a Lady, Ragdoll Live. Interesting. I wonder what live version was used. Angel, single version. Monkey on My Back. What It Takes, CHR single edit. Water Song / Janie's Got a Gun. Love in an Elevator, The Other Side. Get a Grip, amazing CHR single edit. Interesting choice, I guess, with Monkey on My Back, a little bit of a deeper cut. And then same with the title track of Get a Grip. But overall, I think these are all core cuts that should be on a Greatest Hits collection. And here is that classic logo as it appears on the center label. So cool stuff here. And now we're reaching the end of the line with the final 4th LP. And here we have the most up-to-date photo of them. And then there's that up-to-date logo as well. And here's the track list. So on side 7, we have Living on the Edge, CHR edits, Crying, Eat the Rich, Crazy, radio edit, Falling in Love is Hard on the Knees. Side 8, Pink, 9 Lives, I Don't Want to Miss a Thing, Jaded, Just Push Play, radio remix, and We All Fall Down. Honestly, I think these are all solid contenders. Aside from, I guess, the title track of 9 Lives, I mean, I think that's a great track off of that record, but interesting choice to see it featured here. I guess it's something cool to kind of feature instead of just the main singles. Let me double check. I feel like I should know this off the top of my head, but the final track, We All Fall Down, that is off of Music from Another Dimension. So I was curious because when I first saw the track list from a first glance, I was like, is that album not being represented? Because quite frankly, I bought that album when it came out on CD back in the day in like 2012. I don't have a vinyl pressing of it, and it's one that I don't really go back to. So at least that track is represented here. For We All Fall Down. I feel like they should have included Legendary Child. It seems like I'm complaining. I'm not complaining by any means, but it just kind of goes to show how the nature of compilations and what are deemed as greatest hits tend to go. It's always like, it's interesting that they chose that song and not that one. I don't know. I think for the most part, for, let's say, a casual fan that's going to approach this, they're definitely going to be getting all the hits and a lot more. But if you're like a diehard fan, I'm sure, there'll be a wish list of songs that they wish would have appeared. But overall, I think it does a great job with balancing both the big charting hits along with a lot of deep cuts and diehard favorites. So it's a good balance. But also it's cool to see like a 4 LP comprehensive, collection of Aerosmith's most notable tracks. And I can only assume, too, once I look in the credits book, that this compilation was overseen by the band as well. So I'm sure they definitely had a say in the track list and what was featured. But also, in general, if you just want, a good selection of Aerosmith tracks in one package, then this collection will get you by. And I'm going to tell you, in my collection, all I have is the 1980 compilation. I'm glad to have this nice, hefty upgrade and dig my way through it. So there you guys go. That is my unboxing of the Aerosmith Greatest Hits 4 LP box set. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead, give it a like, and subscribe to the channel. See you guys in the next video, and most importantly, keep the records spinning.